Hey everyone, it is time. It is time for your Windsor real estate market update. Get some stuff off my desk here. So great news for the Windsor market. It's exceptionally stable week over week. We sold 68 units for the week, which was down 15 units from last week and down 6 units from 2 weeks ago. There are currently 830 active listings, which is down 11 units from last week. We're going to start to see this number come down as we get into the winter time because less people want to sell their house in winter. My pen is breaking here. Nothing ever goes as planned when I do a video. Average underbid, 30 units sold underbid. Let's get rid of that pen. Which was 44% of our units selling underbid. 44% is up 3% from last week, where 41% sold underbid or under ask. Average list price in the city of Windsor was up strong week over week, $41,000, actually a little bit more than that, $491,576, because we sold some $1 million houses again last week. Changes this number. So that 491 is still exceptionally affordable for Canadians to be able to qualify to buy a house. It means half of our units were below that, half of the units were above that. Exceptionally affordable. As you know too, we have a brand new border crossing going in, and we have a brand new battery plant that is being built. Windsor is leading the charge with the electrification of cars across the globe. Windsor is leading that charge. We're building a plant here right now that will employ over 5,000 people with great more or less more white collar jobs than blue collar jobs. More engineers. I'm getting some phone calls, Brian, hey, I might be coming to Windsor for a big project. The battery plant. Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah, the battery plant. My company might be moving me there. I'm just starting to look at the Windsor market to make up my mind whether I want to go to Windsor or leave my job and go to work someplace else. What's going on right now? I'm getting those phone calls. I'm seeing that in front of, because the battery plant is coming here. And then the Chrysler plant, of course, is being retooled to be able to go wall to wall to build electrified cars. Windsor's leading that charge. Do you want to be in front of that charge? If you do, move to Windsor or in front of that charge. And moving very rapidly. It's what is going on in the city of Windsor from a housing perspective and from a jobs perspective, which is great. So of the houses that we average sale price in the city of Windsor for the week was up strong, was $511,695, and it's actually a little bit higher than that. Average overbid was about $24,000. Don't look at this number, but about $24,000 average over. In the Windsor market, the least expensive house we sold was $210,000, which was on Barrymore Lane over in West Windsor, and the house needed to be completely updated. Was exceptionally rough. Exceptionally rough for $210,000. And then Mercer Street, not exactly the best area of town, sold for $215,000. And then we jumped 241, 247, 250, 250, 265, 277, 295, 300. There were several in the $300,000 price point. But you can see that realtors are still picking numbers out of thin air. Hey, let's go ahead and list 1174 Hickory at $199.9. Well, I'm sorry, but it sells for $100,000 more. Now, couldn't they have listed this for $249.9? Of course they could have. But they choose to list it low, just to be able to drive activity to it. So when we look at other houses, 325, 325, 330, 335, 340, 340, 340, 340, 340, look at all the houses under $400,000. That's old. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 houses. Under 400,000. Exceptionally affordable. City of Windsor is exceptionally affordable. That's why people are moving here. That's why I'm getting the phone calls. Hey, I need to buy a house, Brian, and I'm going to come to Windsor because it's the only place I can afford to buy a house or a residential living unit. Then we get into the concepts of above 400,000. If you look at how fast we go, 405, 420, 445 to 500. Then we move to 600 pretty darn quickly. Very few houses in that $500,000 price point. Very tight market in that $500,000 price point. Because that's pricing points that people can afford. And then we go 600, and then we get into the really rich people houses, which is 700, 2 of them, 800, 2 of them, and then we jump to 1.3 million. So not a whole lot not a whole lot of, if you're approved for $800,000, which is a significant sum of money, congratulations, you're doing very well in Canada. Then there's not as much to choose from. There's actually a lot of inventory out there in that price point right now. A lot of these units are, of the 830 active, a lot of them are the more expensive units. Very few of them are the cheaper units because we're selling them rapidly. They're coming up and they're getting sold almost instantly. This market is moving very, very fast. It's not uncommon for me to go see a house in this price point and that same night that house is sold. Happened to me twice this week. So very, very strong market in the city of Windsor. That's your Windsor weekly update. Things are going exceptionally well. You can watch the video about the battery plant. It's going exceptionally well. The new bridge, I should go over and do a video on that to show you the new bridge coming in. It's exceptionally dynamic, the things that are going on in the city of Windsor. We're going to be so well insulated compared to the rest of Canada because we're getting the new battery plant, the new supplier plants, we're getting the new Chrysler plant, we're getting the new bridge. Windsor is leading the charge of the electrification of cars across the globe. We're getting new power lines so that the businesses here have enough electricity to be able to continue to produce. Without electricity, nobody can produce anything. And that's what's happening around the globe. Pensions are imploding across the globe. Those few people that still have pensions, public pensions are imploding, basically, as the stock market has entered into correction. The bond market is in a massive problem right now, and that's causing pension funds to implode across the globe. Those few people that still have pensions left, and the rest of us, plan on working the rest of our lives anyway, so we don't necessarily need a pension. So that's what's going on in the city of Windsor. Enjoy your day. If you would like a realtor to help you find a house here in the city of Windsor, all you have to do is give me a call. It's what I do for a living. 519-995-6145. 519-995-6145. Keep in mind that as a buyer, you only work with one realtor. You don't need to be reaching out to 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 12 or 15 of us. You don't need to be, and you shouldn't be calling the listing realtor because they are already under contract for the seller. They're trying to sell the house. They're trying to hide from you all of the things that are wrong with the house. You need your own buyer's representation, which is what I do. So give me a call, 519-995-6145. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.